Hi, hello and welcome. This is the first webinar series by Jobberman.com. My name is Ayodeji Adewunmi. I'm the CEO and founder of Jobberman. So today we'll be talking about how to find your next hire in 4 days. And I'm very excited to actually be your host and also to be the presenter on this webinar. So very quickly, let's go over some of the key items we'll be talking about today. So very quickly, I'll be talking a bit about the company. Obviously, we'll also be doing a review about the recruitment landscape in Nigeria, the difficulty in finding talent. Obviously, one of the key activities in finding talent is job advertising. So we'll be spending some time to discuss about the key limitations. And of course, we'll also be talking about some of the negative effects of having a slow hiring process. And I think based on our experience over the last 7 years, we'll also be sharing some of our thoughts and obviously insights. And now we have a fantastic offering, which is very exciting, called Quick Recruits, that I'll also be sharing some information about. And obviously for people that are interested, we'll talk about the pricing. But more importantly, also share some of the success stories that we've had in terms of testimonials. And that will be all for today. So a little bit about Jobberman. So Jobberman was started in 2009 by myself and two other gentlemen, Opeyemi Awoyemi and also Olalekan Olude, together with myself in 2009. And the business has actually grown from, I think we started with roughly about 5 candidates registered on the platform in the first 48 hours of launching the platform. Today we have over 2 million professionals. About 98% of them are based in Nigeria, where the other 2% are based globally from over 30 countries. And then on the employer side, we have over 45,000 employers. And we've had employers ranging from the likes of McKinsey to some of the smallest companies in the country. So let me just move very straight into some of the difficulty in finding talent in Nigeria. I mean, there was a client of ours that we visited about 4 years ago, and the client was saying, okay, guys, even if I open my window and I'm looking, I mean, I can just say I'm looking for, let's say, a sales girl, and I'll get 1,000 people by just making a shout through my window. But of course, you can get a lot of people. But I guess the real question is, can you find talent out of this huge number of people that are actually looking for a job? So I guess the question is really around how employable are these candidates. And as a result of having so many people applying for jobs, you end up having too many unqualified applicants. And obviously, when you have too many unqualified applicants as the hiring manager or the HR practitioner, you go through so much stress trying to sift through those applications. And one other issue you face as well is just it's pretty hard to be able to determine whether a candidate is good enough or fits your profile by just assessing the CV or the resume. And sometimes when you're going through all this process, you end up taking a longer time than expected. And as a result, most of the best talent out there are actually other employers are actually in competition for them. So it puts you as the employer or the hiring manager in a box. And what we've seen as well in the market is, in general, I think maybe about half of all hiring process outside referrals, whether through family or friends or people that you know in your existing network, happens through job advertising. And when we're talking of job advertising, it can happen either offline. Typically in Nigeria, I guess it's heavily through newspaper and people obviously writing on whether on walls or other places with, let's say with chalks or some form of ink. But the inherent problem with that is, just like I've mentioned, some of the existing problems in finding talent in Nigeria is the fact that there are just too many qualified candidates. So it's very important that you are able to find the ideal candidate as quickly as possible, because some of the biggest competition is actually trying to find the best talent as quickly as possible in competition with other people that are also looking for these candidates. I think I've already covered this. Obviously, the negative effect of the slow hiring process is that at the end of the day, this candidate being sought after by other companies. So yeah, it just takes a long time, and sometimes even when the candidates are interested, over time they lose interest, and sometimes even within the company moves on, or there are other priorities within the business. What also happens as well is, because you have not been able to fill those roles as quickly as possible, then the company also ends up losing some revenue or some level of productivity in the process. So I think for us at Jobberman, one of the offerings that we've designed to be able to help to find those talents as quickly as possible is a product called Quick Recruits, which, I mean, within a space of 4 days, you can find the talent, and we've had quite some remarkable success within 90 days of launching this product. I will also talk about some of our success stories later on, but very quickly, let me run you through the typical process that happens. I guess that's the magic behind everything you see in terms of finding these people. So very quickly, they're just about 4 steps. Obviously, we advertise the jobs, but more importantly, we go a step beyond. Not just advertising the job, we also use our database to ensure that within our pool of over 2 million people, who are the candidates or the talents that are most suited in terms of the job. So we do some level of matching. After doing the matching, we come down with a shortlist, and obviously from this shortlist, also based on the requirement of the clients, we can do some level of profile assessment. And then we send, typically on a per-role basis, we send about five shortlisted candidates per role to the clients, all within 4 days. And what we've seen as a result of this is we've seen about the 98% success rates in terms of our clients, who are whether the hiring managers or the HR professionals of company, coming back to say, okay, you're very happy with the service in terms of number one is the turnaround time, it saves time. Number two is the convenience, because it takes away the workload and also all the stress of having to go most times through hundreds or thousands of CVs. And as a result, I think these companies have also been able to increase their productivity. Obviously, once you are able to find the right talent, then you can obviously increase your revenue as a business. So let me very quickly also run you through some of the plans. So we have the basic plan, and also we have the yearly plan. So the basic plan is just on an ad hoc basis, depending on the number of roles you have. It varies from about 1 job to about 10 jobs, and it varies from 40,000 naira per role to 312,000 for 10 jobs. And then for the year-long plan, which I think is pretty much ideal for companies that recruit on a very regular basis, or they recruit a lot of manpower. So we have, they've been divided into two parts. One is really for the entry-level roles at 450,000 naira per annum for a limited number of jobs. And then also for the mid-level roles, which is approximately 1 million naira. And here's the exciting part of this product, the Quick Recruit. So we have 3 testimonials up here. So one is from Silverina Olagire. She's the project officer for the Committee of Vice Chancellor of Nigerian University. And then we also have Dr. Fadugba, who is also the HR manager for Rock Garden Homes. And the final testimonial we have up here is from Olufunke Onayenke, who is the HR manager for Global Accelerex. So I'm just going to read the testimonial we got from Olufunke of Global Accelerex. So she said that we had a project of getting candidates in all 36 states of the Federation, and Jobberman was assigned to help with the recruitment process. I must say I was very impressed with the speed at which the candidates were delivered and the professionalism displayed by the team. They just made my work easy. I would highly recommend the Quick Recruit service to any company. Thank you, Jobberman. So here is an HR manager that has made use of the product, not just to recruit for a role, but to recruit for several roles across the Federation, across the 36 states in Nigeria. And she expressed her joy over our ability to be able to recruit very quickly, and also the convenience in which this product has been able to offer. So here are just 3 examples of many examples of companies that have successfully used the product and are very happy with the quality of the service. So I think it's really an opportunity for companies, whether you're a hiring manager or an HR manager that you're listening or you're on this webinar, to definitely opt in for this product. And obviously, I think the best way to reach out to us is whether email or phone. So I think our email is quickrecruits@jobberman.com. I repeat, is quickrecruits@jobberman.com. So quick recruits as one word at jobberman.com. And then we also have our phone numbers. So I would like to say thank you very much for listening to the webinar. We'll definitely make sure that we send the transcript of this webinar and obviously the presentation to you immediately after this webinar. So I guess we've come to the end of the webinar. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for taking the time out, and I wish you guys all the best in all your endeavors, and also wishing you a successful recruiting process. Thank you very much, and have a great day.